Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. This is the long-awaited bioactive live planted salamander enclosure build. That's a mouthful. So we're gonna just jump right in and get right started because I've been waiting for this for so long. So let's get going. Now for substrate, I'm gonna go with Josh's Frog's bioactive bedding or bio bedding. So it says it doesn't need a drainage layer, so that's going to be awesome and helpful. Where did I put the scissors? Go. Now I am going to have to add some eco work to this because I did not get enough bio bedding. So let's go ahead and add that. Now, my Tiger Salamander is a burrower, so you definitely want to make sure that you have a good high level of substrate so that they can burrow, because that's how they get away. That's what makes them happy. You know, you want to make it as naturalistic as possible. So I've got a good few inches of substrate here. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to add, well, we're going to spray it down first because the eco work is a little dry. Now with salamanders and all amphibians, you definitely want to make sure you're using dechlorinated water. You can just do regular tap water, add the dechlorinator, wait about 30 minutes, and then you're good to go. Definitely going to get dirty doing this, but it's kind of what makes it fun. Okay, so what I've got here are the dwarf white isopods. These and the springtails are what's going to make the enclosure bioactive. They're going to break down waste and eat any kind of fungus or anything that were to get into the enclosure. So let's go ahead and add them. Just dump them right in. Yep, and I've got a few crawling around. So let's just add them into the substrate that's already there and they'll find their way. Okay, and these are the springtails, like I mentioned earlier. So let's just go ahead and kind of sprinkle them in there. Next, I'm going to add some sphagnum moss, just because it is a salamander and it does require such high humidity. You can never go wrong with some sphagnum moss. Okay, so I've got the sphagnum moss soaked and ready to go. Again, dechlorinated water. This is, again, really just to hold in humidity and help the salamander. Okay, next I'm going to put in all the hides and the water bowls and the cage furniture, pretty much. Now, because I did move this salamander from my bedroom into a high traffic area like my living room, I do want to make sure that I provide, even though they burrow, I still want to make sure that I provide ample places for them to hide, just to make sure that she's really able to get away from people if she doesn't want to be seen. by providing a bunch of different textures, like I've got a hide that I think is actually supposed to be a part of a fish tank. I've got just a little piece of Malaysian driftwood here. I've got some cork bark. You're really giving a bunch of different enrichments and different textures and feels and stuff like that to your animals. It's really good to do that with reptiles, amphibians. You don't really think of an enrichment for reptiles, but it's really definitely a good thing to do. Next I've got just some pond stones that I'm going to throw in here. This round I kind of forgot about the water bowl. Like I said, I've got some pond stones here, just again for the different feels and really just more for aesthetics. Okay, and next comes the live plants. Obviously you can do this, you know, the cage furniture, the plants in whatever order. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I should have done the plants first, but really it's just up to you. Now, because I waited until August, the end of August, to do this video, I wasn't able to find all of the plants that I wanted. So I really wanted to do like pothos, ivy, different types of fern, a philodendron, but all I was able to find was ivy and fern. So we're gonna let it grow in. We're gonna see how it goes, and if I like it, I'll leave it. If I want to, later on I can add some more different types of plants. My phone's about to fall over. Stay. Sorry about that. I'll edit that out. So we're gonna start with the ivy. And what I've done already is taken it out of its pot and shaken off all of the dirt that I can get and rinsed it. So I just hopefully have just the root ball, and I put it in a bag so it would dry out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim the roots so it can stimulate new growth, and it makes it easier to plant. And here I've got an asparagus fern. Doesn't actually grow asparagus. I don't know why it's called that. It's actually not even a fern. So it's a whole Spanish moss problem all over again. Might not be able to use this piece of cork bark. We'll see. spread out the roots a little bit. Oh, this is messy. I'm gonna have to vacuum. Okay, we're almost done. The last thing to add is leaf litter, because it's always good to have botanicals or leaf litter down at the bottom, because it'll break down and it'll definitely help the isopods and the springtails with the decomposition. Will like feed them, and it'll help them with maintaining the balance of the enclosure. Plus, it helps it give more of a naturalistic appearance. You just want to spread it everywhere around the enclosure, just like you would find leaf litter on a forest floor. Okay, looks like it's all set up. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and then I will go get Zira, my tiger salamander, and we'll see how she thinks of it. It's my light. I have to fill up the water bowl before I go get her. That's it. After that, I'm done. You see she has ample substrate to burrow in. I really think she's gonna like it. Okay, so I went and got Zira, my tiger salamander. I do not know how old she is because she was a rescue, but she's looking pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and put her in the enclosure now. And anytime you touch amphibians, you want to make sure your hands are damp with dechlorinated water, because their skin is so sensitive. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put her in. We're going to see what she thinks of it. She's a little confused. This is twice as large as her enclosure before. I had her in a 10-gallon before this, so this might be a little overwhelming at first. All right, and that's it for now. We're gonna let her acclimate and give her some time and some space, but I'm sure she will absolutely love this enclosure. I know she's gonna be excited to have a lot more room to burrow and spread out. So I will post updates, about how it's going and everything in the next coming weeks. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like, subscribe, notifications, all that. Drop a comment. Let me know what you want me to talk about next time. In my last video, I told you all what my whole collection was. So this is the last tank upgrade I'm going to be doing for a while, but let me know what information you guys want me to film about, what you want me to give you, and I can definitely do that. Thank you. Bye.